Hey everybody, welcome to The Witch's Voice. I am your Saturday host, Raven Shadowhawk, and this week's topic is coming out of the broom closet. Now, I know that a lot of you are probably wondering, well, what does it mean to come out of a broom closet? I know what coming out of the closet means in terms of gay people, but why would somebody want to come out of a broom closet? Well, when we say the phrase coming out of a broom closet, what we're usually referring to is when a person of a pagan faith or someone who practices magic in general, comes out publicly to usually their family and friends about their true spiritual selves and who they are. Now, me personally, I don't think that it's really a necessary thing to come out of the broom closet because of the fact that some people don't like to share their personal business with other people. Some people might not want to share their spiritual practice or what they do spiritually. And there's power in secrecy, which is why I respect the opinions and the view of those who feel as though there shouldn't be any such thing as coming out of the broom closet. Some people are very strict and very traditional in that they will not tell anyone about their practice. They practice in secrecy. That's a very old thing, practicing in secrecy, but it's still prevalent today. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a person who wants to keep your spiritual path secret and from other people, then there's really no point in coming out of the broom closet because that would go against that oath of secrecy that you personally took. Now, there's also one of the things that I think about often is that even if you don't want to come out of the broom closet just to come out, you might want to come out of the broom closet because it's going to make you feel spiritually satisfied. And that's an important thing to think about, because when you let your inner truth and your inner true self shine through, it's a very powerful thing, and it can actually help lead to spiritual progression, and it can help you strengthen spiritually. And this is because when you really want to tell people something but you hold it in, especially when it's a truth, you're holding in the truth, so you're not letting your full truthful self shine through. And that can kind of hinder spiritual progress. So some people come out of the broom closet for the sole purpose of giving them spiritual satisfaction, which in turn will lead to spiritual growth and spiritual progress. Now that is one of the main reasons why I feel as though coming out of the broom closet can be a very positive thing if you're somebody who is into that. Me personally, pretty much everybody I talk to knows what I do, but I don't just go down the street saying, hey everybody, I'm a wizard. Would you like to see my staff? Would you like to see my wand? Etc. That's just not how I am. If somebody asks me about my spiritual practice, I tell them openly and honestly because I have nothing to hide, I have nothing to be ashamed of, and I personally feel as though it's a positive thing to share. But I'm not the kind of person to just blurt that out at a random time. So I'm the kind of person who, if you ask me about it, I'll tell you truthfully, but I'm not just going to start a whole conversation based off of my spirituality, because to me, that's something that I don't just talk about just to talk about. A lot of the things I do, I keep very secret. I keep very personal. I feel as though there is sanctity in some forms of secrecy when it comes to some things. Some things should be between you and your gods and goddesses if you work with them. Like it's always nice to have those personal things that are only a part of your relationship with the gods that you work with, or with the spirits, or the Loa, or the powers that be that you work with. So there's power, and there's sanctity in secrecy. So it's always good to keep some things like personal. But some people like to share everything, and that's fine too. If you're a person who likes to tell the world everything you do, more power to you. But basically, in terms of coming out of the broom closet, it's all about personal preference. If you're somebody who feels as though you would get spiritual satisfaction from telling people, then I strongly urge you to tell people. Because when something has the ability, or even possibility, of leading you to spiritual progress, spiritual growth, spiritual fulfillment in general, you should go through that with all your strength and put your energy into that, because in the end, we're all seeking some form of spiritual fulfillment. So when you have a chance to help your progression on the road to spiritual fulfillment, I feel as though you should just take it by the horns and you should go for it. If you're somebody who prefers to keep things secret, you don't have to tell anybody anything you don't want to tell them, especially in terms of spirituality. Spirituality is all about self-empowerment. It's about finding who you are as a person. If you found that you're somebody who doesn't really like to share things of that nature, then you don't have to. Never ever allow somebody to try to put you down because you're still in the broom closet. Because this whole broom closet thing is a relatively new thing. Because back in the old days, a lot of people wouldn't even tell you that they practiced. They kept it very secret. Because traditionally, especially during like the times of the Inquisitions, it would have to be secret, because if not, you would be drowned, you would be burned, a whole bunch of things would happen to you. Because that Inquisition period was a time of turmoil for all people who weren't Christian. And the Malleus Maleficarum, the hammer of the witches, that just made it 10 times worse with the identification charts and everything. So I think that's why, one of the reasons why it was kept so secret, because people feared of what other people would do to them if they found out. We live in a more accepting society today, but acceptance is not 100% there yet in terms of pagans and people who aren't even of the Christian faith in general, like people who are Muslim, people who are Jews. Like a lot of people aren't fully accepted in terms of race, sexual orientation, all of that stuff. So if you're somebody who would feel safer if you stayed in the broom closet, then I guess for the time being you could. But if you really, really want to come out of the closet and you're scared and you're allowing that fear to keep that door locked, you're going to find a lot of fulfillment by unlocking that door. You need to, if you want to do it, you need to unlock that door and you need to walk through it. It's better to have one friend or family member that accepts you for who you are, who you truly are, your true self, than have 1,000 friends who accept you and know you as somebody who you're not. So if you're scared of what people are going to think of you, that should never be an issue, because the people who you should be around are the people who are going to be attracted to your true self. Never pretend to be somebody you're not, because then you're going to attract people who want to become friends with, communicate, form relationships with somebody that's not you. So it's always better to start relationships off with your true self. So if you want to come out of the broom closet, but you're scared, just work on it, look deep within yourself, find the inner strength, be the warrior that you want to be, and allow yourself to walk through that door. And if you're somebody who wants to keep your spirituality a secret, not because of fear, just because of the sanctity and the holiness of secrecy in terms of spirituality, then by all means don't be pressured into coming out of a broom closet that really is a more modern concept to begin with. So I guess that's my whole view on it. I feel as though walking through those doors of the broom closet, walking through them and letting your true self shine, I feel as though that's a very empowering thing. And in the end, as you go throughout life, showing your true self at all times is going to attract people to you who will accept you and love you for who you truly are. So if you're a person who believes in the broom closet, then you should walk through it unless you are keeping the secrecy for a very, very good reason, such as secrecy is just an important thing to you. But if you really want to come out of those doors, don't let anything stop you. You have all the power in the world. All of the power in the world is at your disposal. You have the divine are in you. You have the essence and the spirit and the lifeblood of the divine in you. So my wish for you all is that you gain spiritual empowerment through that knowledge that we are all alive, we are all interconnected in this sacred web of life of which we are all a part of. So my whole view summed up is that The whole broom closet is a thing of preference. If secrecy is a major part of your path, or if it's just a minor part of your path, but you just want to practice it, by all means, practice your secrecy. There is a powerful thing in being able to keep a spiritual secret. There's power in that, because not everybody can keep secrets. So just taking the time to keep those secrets is a very powerful, powerful thing. And in terms of relationships with gods and goddesses, they really respect that, because with some people it takes a lot of courage and a lot of self-discipline to be able to keep a secret like that. If you want to come out of the broom closet, let no one stop you. Be your true self at all times. And even if you're a person like me who isn't really secret about it, but just doesn't start conversations off with it and prefers to just be asked about it first, just because you don't feel as though because me personally, I don't like to start conversations about myself. I'd rather hear about other people, but that's just the kind of person that I am. I like hearing about other people. I find talking about myself a little boring. So if you're like that, just do whatever you want, but make sure that you always let your true self shine. The whole point of coming out of this broom closet is to let your true self shine, even if that ideology, even if that idea of why you should come out becomes blurry or faded. Know that the whole point of coming out of the broom closet is not for other people to know. It's for you to let your true self shine. It's to empower you. Just as when gay people come out of the closet, it's for them to gain empowerment. It's for them to take back that power, to let their inner self shine. That's what it's all about. So that's my view. And that is my family being loud as I don't even know what. I had a pretty long day today. I had to sing with this choir called the Savio Boys Choir today, and that was interesting. And then I got home. My sister just had jaw surgery, so she's been barking commands at everybody. She wants this, she wants that, and we basically have to be at her disposal at all times. So it's been a pretty interesting couple. It's been a pretty interesting few days. But hope I didn't make this too long. I think I may have went off topic a little bit, and I apologize for that. But I feel as though my main points were all there, and that's just my view. If you want a broom closet, you make a broom closet. If you don't want one, you don't need to have a broom closet. Not everybody wants to walk out of one. Not everybody believes in one. If it's not something that resonates with you, it's not a practice that you have to do. Everybody, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful upcoming week. God and Goddess bless. Till next time.